Hi there! On the 9th of August 2024, SCR released its trailer for version 2.0. Let's now have a deep dive at every scene in the trailer and find out what's new. The trailer starts by showing a new double class 156 in a new area. I'll go back and comment on what this could be after we have the context of the rest of the trailer. All I can say about this is that the new pylon models look amazing, and I wonder if they will be featured throughout the countryside areas of the map now. The second scene shows the same train at a nearby station, which looks to be the one in this sneak peek. Then the train leaves the station. Throughout the new line there are semaphore signals, which I think they did a good job at hiding in this sneak peek. This sneak peek shows a large city area, in which we can see the tracks from these sneak peeks and a class 158 heading towards the station. A large river is also here, possibly leading to the bay teased in this sneak peek. Then the camera cuts to a terminating station with a class 158 heading to Edgemead. At this point, the name of the station is hidden, however later on in the trailer we are able to see the name. Then we can see a new class 385 at an upgraded station. There are no signs in this clip, however based on the scenery and the previously shown sneak peek of this station, it's likely that it's Famir. The train is heading to St Helens Bridge, so nothing out of the ordinary there. Then there is a new class 313, now confirmed, at Ashland Park heading for Connolly. Again, nothing out of the ordinary there. However, we then cut to a Water Newton station, with an Airlink train bound for Leighton Stepford Road appear to be stopping there. Water Newton itself appears to be not overhauled, but rather it's been upgraded to give passengers access to the express platforms. The next scene shows a Class 801 at a station which looks like an upgraded West Wyvern, confirmed by the name on this PIS board. Or is it a Class 801? If you look closely at the unit number, it's actually a Class 800, meaning that the Class 800 is being added to SCR. Also, it's very likely that we're getting longer trains, as there are now car markers at West Wyvern indicating 6-car trains, and even 9, 10 and S-car markers after that. The train is heading to Lynn as it would currently on this platform. We now get a fly-through of another updated station, this time being Millcastle based on the station sign, as this station was already sneak peeked. Moving further down the Lynn line, we get to North Shore. It's now owned by Express, and it's received quite a nice upgrade, though it's still based on Stockport. Something interesting to point out is that North Shore, now being owned by Express, now has a lounge, so maybe all Express stops, including West Wyvern and Leighton Stepford Road, will have lounges now. We next start to look at the new line, the first clip of which shows a Class 185 going through a junction, which we can't see much of here, but this junction is also shown later. We can see a time-lapse of an upgraded Edgemead with many trains in which we can also see a new spur off the main line, which is likely where the extension is. We then see a Class 156 at Leighton City heading to a station called Rayleigh Bay, which is the terminating station we saw earlier. New car stop markers have also been added at Leighton City, notably S-car HST markers. We can also see from here that Leighton West has not been removed, as the triangle still exists. From here, the 156 arrives into Edgemead, from where it turns around mid-route and presumably continues to go down the new extension tracks, from where it reaches the same station with 2 platforms we saw earlier. It continues down the line to the one-track station we saw before, which from this sign is called Connolly Bridge. The train then goes alongside a large city with a rainbow building and level crossing seen in these sneak peeks and some already shown clips. The train goes very slowly from here, with the train arriving into the terminus station from earlier, which we now know is called Rayleigh Bay. The train continues to the buffer, where it reveals an express train! An express train! Express just really does whatever it wants to now, doesn't it? 125-mile-per-hour express trains can travel down a single-track, slow rural line. What is going on? Anyway, this train, which by the way is a new Class 800, which is why it can travel on this diesel-only line as the existing Class 801 is electric only, appears to be going to Lynn by the Sea, so it's possible that the SCR devs thought that express trains turning round on the bay platform at Edgemead was a bit of a stretch. Thank goodness. We then see Stepford Victoria in an area with slightly modified scenery, including the new SCR logo being added on the SCR headquarters building. The next part is so cool, a new dispatching UI, with the train being dispatched probably being a Mesh Class 319 at Farley. There are 3 buttons: TRTS, train ready to start, CD, closed doors, and a new one, RA, meaning right away, so this is possibly pressed after the doors are closed and the train is ready to go. Aside from that, the UI now looks cleaner, and now dispatchers can know where the train is going, exactly how late or on time it is, its head code and platform, which is very clean if you ask me. The next part shows the new driving UI. We basically already knew about most of the features here, apart from the fact that it's in the bottom left and not the top right like we all thought. So for an in-depth look, please see my SCR 2.0 Explained Part 1, but we can now see what it will look like when we've just completed a stop. It also gives us info on the new line. We can see that the first stop after Edgemead will be called Aslockby, and it will be 0.58 miles away from Edgemead, which is only a 1-minute drive, so maybe the new line will be a bit shorter than we all thought, which I guess is good considering we wouldn't want the update to be too laggy. We then see the upgraded Class 321 at what seems to be a rebuild of North Shore Depot, and then we look in the cab, which looks amazing. This is also the thumbnail for the trailer video. We then cut to the 321 being driven towards Leighton Stepford Road, which doesn't seem to have been touched apart from the new bench models, new overhead lines, and also these pink blocks on the poles now seem to be black for some reason. We then see the other part of the driving UI in the bottom right corner. The green indicator is in fact not the next speed limit, but is in fact our target speed, as shown by the fact that it plummets when we start braking hard. We can also see that the door unlock button lights up when we've reached the platform, as well as the bar that currently exists on the UI is now above the speedometer and now reads "Stop alongside the platform." We can only assume that the bar is also in this location when loading and reversing mid-route. We can also see at the top of the screen our points and experience counter, a main menu button, and a yellow button that says Test, and I have no idea what that will do when the update is released. We then see a train at Aslockby heading to Rayleigh Bay, in which it's confirmed that this 2-platform station is indeed called Aslockby, so there are only 3 stations on this line. We are then shown the new Class 385 at Stepford Central, which doesn't seem to have been touched, apart from, once again, the new overhead lines. We then see a HST with 4 coaches pulling into Rayleigh Bay, terminating and heading back out again afterwards. A 377 is then seen at Whitefield Lido, heading towards Whitefield, in which the feature probably being teased here is a new guarding system, although this is teased nowhere else in the trailer. We then see a Class 220 passing by Aslockby, possibly heading to Rayleigh Bay, and the junction from earlier with a 156 and a 185. Judging by the scenery, this could be near Carnally Bridge, and the single track there is probably just an odd anomaly with the track doubling up on either side of the station. The new trailer then ends with many trains at West Wyvern all pulling away in different directions. The only new thing to note here is the new Class 321, with the other train being obscured by the existing Class 397. We then see a quick time lapse of another new area in a city of the new branch, and then the trailer ends. That's all the details I could pick out from the trailer, but if you spotted anything, please let me know down in the comment section below. 2.0 should be coming relatively soon, possibly even this weekend, as Games Otto said that it's almost done, so that's quite exciting. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscription to help the YouTube algorithm to promote it to more people who might like it. And I'll see you, hopefully, when 2.0 releases. Bye!